You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. What is going on a Tuesday afternoon? Or perhaps if you're watching on television tonight, maybe it's a Tuesday evening. Hey, by the way, there's a lot of competition out there, right? Like we're on Channel 4, San Diego and Santa Barbara. So we got the southernmost part and the northernmost part of the mega market. And then right in between, you got Orange County and Palos Verdes at Channel 118. But man, I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys. Last night, I was watching Laker game. I was watching Padres game. I was watching Dodgers game. And I know I'm going to sound like an idiot here, but guess what? I forgot we were even on TV. I mean, seriously, I have it DVR'd because I set the DVR to have it on every night. But I was watching all these ball games. So what's going on today, Grande Alejandro? Ball games. I'm a ball player. He's a ball player. What's going on, Grande?
Just watching all those ball games over there. Hey, I know the Padres are playing right now if you're watching on TV, but all right, enough. Okay. I'll let you get the Monday hangover of the weekend series. I get it. You went from playoff atmosphere against your bitter rival, against the guys you're chasing, to playing the Brewers that no one cares about, even though they're a pretty decent team. I'll give you yesterday. Today, tomorrow, win, okay? No more excuses. 1 run against that team is unacceptable. 2 hits against that team is unacceptable. I'll let it slide for Monday. You wasted a hell of a performance by Joe Musgrove, I'll tell you that much. But enough. Pick it up, get that offense going, because it's been a struggle offensively all year. They've had games here and there. But yesterday, I'll let it slide. Today, no more.
All right. Hey, I'm with you. Listen, I said it yesterday. You know, Padre fans no longer accept mediocrity. They expect excellence. Let's see what Big Brown has to say, because, you know, he's tried to turn himself into Mr. Padre all of a sudden. What do you think about this loss last night? Again, like Alex said, if you're watching on TV, this game is being played. But what'd you think? I mean, losing a home game. How many strikeouts did Musgrove end with? I think I turned it off.
13.
He was at like 8 or 9 when I was like,
Career
okay, I'm
high.
done. Wow, 13 strikeouts, and you lose a game at home to the Milwaukee Brewers. What do you say, Brown?
We just got to score some runs, man. This is baseball. Again, this is a very long season. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs with hitting. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs with pitching. And so I hope that they can kind of meet in the middle somewhere, because every team's going to go through this. The Dodgers are going to go through this. The Yankees are going through this right now as well. Sometimes teams start the season not hitting well, and the Padres are in that particular position right now. I got faith that they'll pull it out. They have the guys. They've shown that some of these guys can come up in clutch moments. So it's about consistency. So I want to start seeing consistency from a lot of the guys in the lineup, because defensively they've been consistent. Offensively, they have not.
Good point, though. It's like, I'll give you the Monday hangover, which, by the way, the Dodgers seem to have last night too. They lost to Seattle. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'll give you the Monday hangover, but by Tuesday, home games against a team like Milwaukee. Look, I'm not saying that Milwaukee's the worst team in baseball. I'm just saying that you're home. You have your guy who just pitched a no-hitter 2 games ago, who comes out and has his career high in strikeouts. Like I said, I turned it off about 8, 9 strikeouts in. And you got to win these games. You know, it's really a shame to waste a pitching performance like that when you can't hit. In fact, Alex, throw up on the screen for everybody who's watching. For those of you who are listening on radio and podcast, we'll read this to you so you see it. But the Padres offensively, I mean, coming into this season, I think many of us thought, okay, look, they've gone out and added a lot of pitching, but they're gonna hit. It'll be exciting. And Grande, take a look here and take us through these numbers.
Yeah, it's not like the worst numbers. I just think it's
Yeah.
compared to last year's where they've been struggling. The batting average is 12th in the league, OPS 11th, runs scored is 12th, home runs 17th. And this is where the frustration come from. They are 5th worst in all of baseball with runners left on base. They're averaging about 8 runners a game left on base. So it's the clutch hits where they're not coming through. And that's really where you see the frustration, at least if you're watching the games. We saw it in the extra innings on Friday against the Brewers. You have these opportunities with guys on base, and they're just not coming through consistently like they did last year.
Mhm.
Now, many reasons for that. Clearly, Tatis is figuring it out on how to play with the injury, because he's struggling. Pham has just been bad, but if you look at the statistical nerdy ones, he's hitting the ball crazy hard. It's just going straight to players. There's no DH for the Padres this year, so that's another easy out. There's reasons why, But it's been pretty frustrating when you actually watch the games to see in the moments where they do have opportunities, they're just not cashing in.
See, but I think they're going to, at some point soon, I think they'll start pulling through that. And they'll start knocking guys in. They'll start coming up with hits in positions like that. So I'm not worried about it.
And why is that? What is it that you're seeing that I should see? Because right now you're looking at the numbers and you're going, what happened here? You know, and
Okay.
I think a lot of it, to Alex's point, is the fact that Tatis is not who he was last season yet. And based on his shoulder injury, I'm guessing he may not even get back. Now, look, he's come up with some home runs at times this year, but these are not, game-changing home runs per se. And when you look at Tatis's numbers, I know a lot of people were hitting me up on Twitter going, dude, you got to sit him down now and let him get healthy. He's hitting under 120 and he's your number 3 hitter. So Alex, I know you can put this up on the screen, let people see the numbers for themselves. He's hitting 118. He's got 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. He's only got 4 hits. His on-base percentage is only 231. Strikeouts, 14 strikeouts so far for Tatis. So Browner, I guess maybe if you're thinking if you're going to be hyper positive like it's coming, you got to hope that Tatis can get himself going here.
I don't think we're going to see superstar numbers from Tatis this year because he's going to play through that shoulder. So I'm not expecting him to hit anywhere near 300.
That's interesting you say that though, because I don't know about you two, but when I'm watching the game, are you guys not seeing him swing out the moon? Like he's not holding back on his swing. This guy's trying to crush the ball. I'm not seeing a laid back swing. It's a follow through with 2 hands, but I'm not looking at him as he's taking it easy. He's still trying. Look at Friday. He gave up a couple runs on an error again. I still see the kid trying exactly as hard as he always tries. It's just not coming through right now.
The approach to the 2 hands is probably affecting how he's swinging the baseball bat, because now in his mind, he has to hold on to the bat with 2 hands, because when he goes with 1 hand, it hurts the shoulder. So the adjustments that he's making before he gets to that point is probably not hurting the swing, because physically you can see he can still swing hard enough to do damage to the ball. He's just not making enough contact at this point. And Scott, to answer your question, when is it going to happen? The perfect example is Tommy Pham, Saturday game against the Dodgers. If that ball's called fair, monkey off his back. He's come up with a huge hit in a pressure situation, and so then now he can relax and start getting the easier hits like against Milwaukee. But it didn't happen, and so down that tightness is still there.
I don't know. He came through big Sunday.
He's been hitting the ball, like Alex said, statistically, according to the nerds, he's been hitting the ball really hard. It's just in the place where guys are. Eventually, it'll start finding grass.
All right. Well, listen.
Hopefully,
hopefully, because here's the thing. I'm on standings watch every day, and when the Dodgers lose to the Mariners, what you as a Padre fan you're hoping for is that you'll catch up. You'll gain a game when you're playing against a team like Milwaukee at home, especially when the Dodgers wind up losing. So the Dodgers lost, the Padres lost. And what's really interesting is, as you look at the standings right now, and I know I'm the only person around that's really watching the standings this early in the season, but you see that the Giants are ahead of the Padres right now. I had this whole conversation yesterday on the radio in LA, because here's exactly, and it's not like I didn't know it, but here's exactly what the deal is. You ready? Hardcore Dodger fans do not believe that the Padres are a rivalry with the Dodgers. They believe that the Padres present a threat, but they're not a rival. Why not? Well, because the Padres have never taken from the Dodgers what the Dodgers want. You want to be the man, you got to beat the man. The Padres haven't done that per se. So, and I knew this was all going to set up like this. I was trying to explain it yesterday to the LA audience, which is Padre fans and the Padres organization looks to the Dodgers as their rival. The Dodgers fans and organization does not look at the Padres as their rival. However, this year, things are a little different because the Dodgers organizationally and all the players are aware enough to say, this Padre team, they're on our heels. Yeah, we swept them last year in the playoffs, and yeah, we took 2 out of 3 in the first series, but those games could have all gone either way. And so I thought that the Dodgers' behavior, meaning the way Dave Roberts adjusted his starting pitching, when Mookie Betts makes that incredible catch, can debate it all day long, you see his emotion. Maybe it's because he made this spectacular play. Maybe it's because of who they beat and when they beat him. But to me, I this Milwaukee series is a waste of my time. I don't even know why I watched the games last night, because all I want to do is see the Padres and Dodgers again on Thursday.
But this is exactly the kind of series where at the end of the year you look back and you're like, we shouldn't have dropped games to Pittsburgh, we shouldn't have dropped games to Milwaukee, and that's why you fall back 3, 4, 5 games from the Dodgers in September, in July, because those are the series that matter. The ones that catch up to you are these series, the ones where you think they're not as sexy, they're not as important, which I get it, and I'm with you. But if you're the Padres and if you're in that clubhouse, every game this year matters because you are chasing a team that is really projected to win at least 106 games minimum. You don't have room for error if you want to win the division. If not, we're heading straight for a collision course for a one and done wild card game.
If you are in the Padres organization, you are fully confident going forward. Yes, you cannot lose games like you did yesterday when Musgroves gave you the performance that he did. But win this series. You win 2 out of 3 today. You win 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers. Everybody's happy, and now we're all back talking about like, oh, this is great. This is the World Series. You guys are going, oh, this is the World Series team. They took 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers. I just think it's baseball. Baseball is the only sport I don't get high, I don't get low, because there's going to be ebbs and flows in the season. Now, if this was football, I'd be worried. If this was a football team representing San Diego, I'd be worried because the season's not long enough for you to go down and then come back up.
Are you calling for the Padres to win 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers this weekend?
I think it is necessary for them to win 3 out of 4. Yes.
Okay. Now, if they win 3 out of 4, if they win the series, I'll make you a wager right now. Okay.
You got to wear the LA Cap shirt.
Right. If the Padres win 3 out of 4, I will rock the LA Kaplan shirt. However, if the Dodgers win 3 out of 4, it's their ballpark. They got injury issues. Bellinger's out. I saw Mookie Betts get hit by a pitch last night in his right forearm. We'll see how his week progresses. We obviously have talked about Tatis not performing quite yet. So I would say advantage goes to the Dodgers here in the early part of the season, especially being at home. So are we on for a wager?
I got some messages saying that they were not happy with Browner having to wear our shirts. People want Browner to have a shirt that he would hate, that he would have to wear.
Oh, that's probably
he would take
better.
pride in wearing the Padilla and the Cap LAN shirt. But if we get him a shirt that says, I don't know, I really haven't thought about it, but like Mr. Wrong Take or something like that.
How about OJ is guilty?
Oh, that's a good one.
There's no reason to make that shirt.
Well, I mean,
there's no reason to make that shirt.
How about Aaron Donald is better than Khalil Mack?
How about Stephen B. Browner?
Again, those are all things that we both all know are not accurate.
Well, right. Neither is Padilla, and neither is LA Cap. So
that's exactly why you would have to wear them, because you're not going to like wearing them.
Well, first of all, let's talk about
and you have to amend your statement about OJ at the moment, because you can't say that those are not accurate anymore. So amend your amendment. He's guilty. Agree.
OJ Simpson.
Agree.
OJ Simpson is guilty.
Yes. Yes, Uncle Juicy.
Oh God.
Sorry, Uncle Juice. Okay, keep going.
Kaplan just got through talking about his love.
I love when we make him cry.
I know.
It hurts me to say that. It hurts me to say
Can
that.
you pull these T-shirts up while he's talking about this? Because anybody who's watching on TV, I want them to see these T-shirts just in case. Oh my God, Browner, what did you have, a Pocky chip? You're crying?
No, man, it hurts me to say that about Uncle Juice, man. It hurts me to say that. Kaplan just got through going on and on about talking to his LA audience about the Dodgers. So
no, I'm talking to the LA audience about the Padres. I'm trying to explain. Go ahead, put those back up on the screen, Alex, if you don't mind. Take a look at these T-shirts, everybody. So Browner has decided that Padilla, Alex's last name, pronounced Padilla, but now he calls him Padilla. And then he put up the Kaplan where the L and the A in my last name is part of like the Dodger font.
Those are perfect shirts, man.
Yeah, they're nice shirts. They're really nice shirts. I bet they'd be super comfy. I bet you'd love to rock one of these.
Yeah, especially if they made with this material that's on this shirt. Ooh, baby, we in business.
Yeah, those are nice shirts. I know.
So I think we need to come up with a shirt for Browner. And I also know that Jerry Donadio, our lead salesman at 1090, hit me up over the weekend saying we need a shirt for Browner. So this is already in the motion out the window at Mightier 1090. We just need to figure out what's a good thing to write for Browner.
Jerry, listen, Jerry, we had a long conversation on the phone. Don't betray me, Jerry. Don't do that. Don't be going
Don't do
around
it.
here. Don't be going around here telling people to make shirts for me, Jerry. Don't
Nah,
do
dude.
that.
Nah, dude. He don't got no loyalty to you. We go too far back. Me and JD, me and Jerry Donadio. Alex does too. We go too far
Yeah.
back, dog. You're gonna get the same treatment from Jerry Donadio that you got from the bartender, the burger Nazi at Rockies. You're not gonna get any service from Jerry Donadio. Don't even try, man. I don't know what your expectations are.
I'm expecting at least simple customer service from you, Jerry. Don't let me down, Jerry. I'll come find you.
If you're watching on YouTube, please put your T-shirt recommendations on the side. If you're watching on television, tweet us at Kaplan and Crew.
Yeah.
Give us some ideas.
Right. Yeah. And if you're listening on radio, same thing. Like, what T-shirt should Browner wear that would really, really upset him? Because if I have to put on a Kaplan with an LA logo on the shirt,
that's what
you know?
that's who you are. That's LA Cap. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
How can we get a shirt that says LeBron is king?
Oh,
LeBron is my king.
One,
yeah.
You cannot print that. LeBron will sue you.
So that's all right. He'll sue you.
That's fine. We're not selling them. You can make whatever shirt you want as long as you don't sell them. You have experience in this. You know that it doesn't matter what you print on a shirt. You just can't sell them.
And if LeBron comes after us, by the way, this is the greatest publicity that could ever happen to us. Yeah.
So should we say like LeBron is my king? LeBron is king.
LeBron is the king. Yeah. Or
how about like
king.
a LeBron in whatever lettering with like a crown on top of the L or something like that? That's where we should go with this.
I think that's a good idea. Because listen, let me say
that's the one that would hurt him the most.
All right, I wanted to actually mention the Lakers here for one quick minute, but before I do, let me mention our people. Let me mention our people at Corky's Pest Control, 1-800-901-1102. Hey, look, if you're watching on TV right now and you're in Orange County, you are SOL. But if you are in LA, if you are in Riverside and you're listening on radio or watching on YouTube, if you're anywhere in San Diego, Corky can come to you and can take care of whatever pest control problems you have. I've talked about mice and rats at my property. I've also talked about spiders and ants and termites and in the neighbors here and calling Corky. And Corky's got these TV commercials now about gophers, which I went out to Corky's house in Ramona and he had his people there taking care of these gophers. And it's like carbon monoxide. Like, dude, it's like Bill Murray in Caddyshack. You know what I'm saying? By the way, speaking of Caddyshack for a second, Browner, my son lives with two guys from Chicago, two young African-American men from Chicago. And he keeps trying to introduce them to movies that I introduced him to that he thinks are really funny. He's like, Dad, these guys don't think Caddyshack's funny at all. I'm like,
of course not.
Yeah, they're young black men from Chicago. Why would they think Caddyshack is funny in any way?
They don't golf. Yeah, they don't golf at all. Like the only time they've ever swung anything was to hit someone. They're not playing golf on the South Side. Sorry.
So anyway, much love to Corky's Pest Control. And I think everybody can probably sing along. You know that number. Call 1-800-901-1102.
Corky's.
Oh, I pointed the wrong direction.
You did.
Corky's.
It's okay.
All right. I'm a little testy today, everybody. You'll have to excuse me.
Me too.
Well, I know why you're testy.
I'm in a great mood.
I learned about it early on. Well, you should be in a good mood. Today is 420. Today is Taco Tuesday. When worlds collide like that, you should be in a great mood.
Teams are already bailing on the Super League too. That's making me happy.
I want the Super League, man.
Tell me more. We got into this yesterday.
Yeah.
This turned into a big talking point. People who are not even soccer fans were talking about the possibility of the best brands in a league getting together to form a super league. Could you imagine if the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Giants, the Packers, the Steelers, the Rams, the Bears, the most classic franchises of the NFL. Could you imagine if these guys all got together and went, hey, listen, so we play in the NFL for 17 games a year, but the best of us, there's 32 teams, but the top 8 teams, we're going to form our own playoff system over here. And the rest of you guys aren't even invited. So I think American sports fans who don't even watch soccer or care about soccer heard about this notion and went, okay, it seems strange, but it seems even stranger if you throw in American sports and you contemplate what could happen. So Alex, what's the latest on the Super League?
The latest is that Chelsea are preparing documents to formally withdraw from the proposed Super League. Chelsea is one of the 6 English clubs, one of the non-American owned 6 English clubs that are part of this. Manchester United are owned by the Glazers that own the Bucks. Arsenal are owned by Kroenke, who we all know owns the Rams. And Liverpool are owned by the Fenway Group that run the Red Sox. So
LeBron owns that?
That's right.
Yes,
LeBron's
a
in
little
on that.
bit. He's been out there a few times. So yesterday, Liverpool played. Their fans showed up to the away stadium and protested. Today, Chelsea played. Their fans protested and then started celebrating when the news came out that they are officially going to withdraw.
I already ordered my Juventus jersey, man.
Juventus ain't going anywhere, but I'm not sure if they're going to be. This league there's, like I said yesterday, there's not been one person out there besides the owners that made this in favor of what is happening. This is the fans are against this. Players on teams that are about this club are against this. Every federation is against this. Everybody but the 12 owners are against this move.
Listen, do it, and the fans will come along. If you build it, they will come, okay? Super League, I need you to get excited about this. I already got my Juventus jersey coming.
I don't think so. I actually think fans would be very turned off by this, and I'll tell you why. You know, you need the Cincinnati Bengals. You need the Cleveland Browns. You need bad teams. You need the Jacksonville Jaguars. You have to have balance. And so I don't think this Super League's ever going to fly. All right, stick around. If you're on radio on 1090, glad to have you along. If you're watching on TV, that's awesome. YouTubers, stay right where you are. More to come.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Arash Markazi here, inviting you to catch my show, The Arash Markazi Show, on the mightier 1090. We are on every Monday through Friday from noon to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join me and producer extraordinaire G. Wiley, where we chop up Los Angeles sports and try not to piss too many people off.
The all-new and mightier 1090. Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables.
I'm gonna be sick.
To the left! I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I. A little help? No pressure.
Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Time now for Kaplan and Crew tonight's Community Connect.
Shelter to Soldiers selects dogs from shelters and rescue groups all throughout California. Our ideal candidate at Shelter to Soldier is 8 months to a year and a half old. They're confident in different environments. They have strong social drive. Another motivator like food or toy drive. And ultimately, these are dogs that want to have a job and that have a greater purpose to become a service dog. Currently, about 85% of our dogs pass their service dog training. But if they don't pass, they become a career change. We don't like to use the word failure around here. So career change to an emotional support animal, or if that doesn't work out, then they career change to a pet dog. Still finding a loving placement and purpose in life.
We are in the hope business. What we do every day And what we've done for 40 years is to provide kids and families going through critical illnesses hope that tomorrow's going to be a better day. My favorite wish is the next one, because that is the power of our organization, is to bring hope to kids who are going through something right now, and hope can't wait. So people can get involved now by donating resources. They can donate in kind. They can donate their time as volunteers. They can donate dollars, because kids are still getting diagnosed with illnesses that qualify for Make-A-Wish every day. So people can visit us online at sandiego.wish.org. They can visit us and follow us on social media. There are so many ways to get connected, and people can help in many, many different ways. We need your support now more than ever, because illness doesn't take a vacation, and it doesn't take a break because of COVID-19.
Pete Gray here, inviting you to catch my show, Let's Talk Hookup, every Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For over 30 years, we've been the voice of the fishing community for Southern California, and so glad to be back on the big stick.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our Community Bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
Adios, love handles.
Adios, couch.
Adios, Quarantine 15.
Say adios to the quarantine bod with Pollo Fit Bowls, made with fire-grilled chicken and organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
Here's Kaplan Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
UC Santa Barbara freshman shortstop Jordan Sprinkle was named to Collegiate Baseball's National Players of the Week list on Monday. Against UC San Diego last weekend, Sprinkle went 10 for 18 and totaled 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 7 RBI, and went 5 for 5 on stolen bases. On Saturday, Sprinkle tied the UCSB program record with 12 total bases. Not only that, he became the first Gaucho to hit back-to-back home runs since 2017 and the first to have a 6 RBI game since 2015. The freshman has a 17-game hit streak with a .410 average. Last week, Sprinkle was also named to the 2021 Brooks Wallace Award watch list. The award honors the nation's top shortstop who excels both defensively as well as offensively. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView. Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at YourView.com. Doing More is brought to you in part by the San Diego Food Bank.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
All right, everybody. It is a Tuesday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew. We welcome you back inside the 7 Mile Casino studios. Go to 7milecasino.com. You can learn about all of their protocols. You can learn about all their safety measures. You can learn about all the table games, the food, location, just minutes from downtown San Diego, 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. Let me ask you guys a question here. Start off with you, Big Brown. You told us the story about your experience last night in Rockies.
That's right.
I found myself last night watching a lot of games. I had on a Padre game, I had on a Dodger game, and I had on a Laker game. In fact, even earlier, I was watching Golden State and Steph Curry play. You were at Rockies, and then you left Rockies, and then you said you went to Five Guys. I'm just curious, what sporting events, if any at all, were you watching last night?
Oh, the Padres game was on at the next door at the I forgot the brewing place that's next door. So I just watched through the window. That's why I waited so long, because I was watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do better.
Grande, I know for me, I had 3 games on at the same time last night. Lakers were playing Utah. Dodgers were playing, I don't even remember who at this moment. And the Padres were playing the Brewers, which for me was very unexciting because of what we had just come off of with the Dodger game in the Dodger series and getting ready for the Dodger series this upcoming weekend in LA. What about you last night? Were you watching any sporting events live last night?
I watched about 6 innings of Padres Brewers. I think it was 2-1 when my fiance got home, and then we started watching a show on HBO Max called Made for Love.
Oh God.
It's actually really good. Has nothing to do with actual. It's not a love story. It's this like futuristic, like this company called like Gogol, and they created this chip where you can put into your partner's brain, and then your brains sync into one.
Mm-hmm.
And the creator of Gogol put it into his wife's brain without telling her, and she's trying to escape from this hub. It's actually very futuristic and techie. It's actually really good.
All right. By the way, the Dodgers were playing the Mariners. Unforgettable or forgettable, just like the Padres and the Brewers. I've been watching a show, and I just wrapped it up last night on Netflix. It's called Who Killed Sarah? Have you guys heard about this show?
No, I'll be watching Jenny in Georgia.
Jenny in Georgia?
Yeah.
Most of my time right now is being spent on watching The Sopranos for the first time. I am on season 3, episode 9.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. I have decided that there's 2 shows that I just did not have HBO for that I never got around to that I am going to make time. It is The Sopranos and The Wire. I'm going to watch both.
Okay. I've never seen The Wire, none of it, but I saw every Sopranos episode, and I'm impressed with your commitment. You know, to go back and watch an old show like that so many years after the fact, because, you know, it's the problem with what you're doing is there's not going to be a bunch of people that you go, hey, man, I just saw The Sopranos, the entire thing. I binge watch it. Remember in season 4 when Tony did this, or when Paulie Walnuts did that, or when Silvio Dante, you know, said this? Like, people are going to be like, no, I don't. I mean, I saw it, but I don't really remember it. But you see, it's going to be fresh for you.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like the show that much. It's that good that I don't really care if I get to talk with anybody about it. But I do have 2 people that I'm talking to about it. So
I love Paulie Walnuts. I love the gray feathery hair on the side. Right. I love Paulie Walnuts, and I love Silvio Dante. And that's why sometimes when I go somewhere and I order, like, you know, there's a buffalo mozzarella kind of salad, I go, I'll have the buffalo mozzarella. And they're like, excuse me? Yeah, the buffalo mozzarella. Because that's what Paulie Walnuts would call it. You know?
Yeah.
From the
He's awesome. He's my favorite character so far, for sure.
A.T. I love how he calls Tony A.T.
Yeah.
So what about Chris? You like Chris?
Chris, who's that?
He's the young guy. He's the young mobster.
I love his girlfriend.
Oh, she's so hot.
I remember her from Sons of Anarchy, and I was like, man, she's very attractive. She looks a little older than the guy she's supposed to be with, not knowing that she actually is. Well, I think she's like 50-some now. But back whenever that was filmed, she is gorgeous.
Yeah. Sopranos was a great show. Have you seen any Tony Siragusa in The Sopranos yet, my man?
Like actually Tony?
Yeah, he's in it. He's in it. He's got a little bit. Yeah, he'll find his way in.
No, right now I am at the part where Tony starts hooking up with the car dealership girl in season 3. Yeah, They just hooked up at the zoo. Is what I just saw.
And isn't the shrink in this? Isn't it the same woman who was the wife from Goodfellas?
Yes.
Karen.
Yeah, she's
what
so
are you
good.
doing, Karen?
Yeah. Her voice is awesome.
Yeah. So, that's really good. I've been watching the show Who Killed Sarah, and I told you it's a show that is from Mexico and based in Mexico, and Spanish is the original language, so I'm getting it all like dubbed and everything. And I got to the final episode of season 1 last night, and in the last like minute of the show, just when you think you're on the verge of knowing who killed Sarah, all of a sudden, complete plot twist, series and season is over, and now I got to wait for season 2.
Yeah.
So who killed her?
We don't know yet.
Season 2.
I hate that kind of TV, man.
Dude, I know you guys have not listened to me, and I know maybe Gary will listen to me because I feel
Nobody's
like he's
watching
kind of guy.
Formula 1, man. Don't come
Formula
on.
One.
I knew it. Oh,
Not only did the 3rd season just came out and just finished that, and not only is it the best show that Netflix has ever made on their own, like not like The Office, that they took The Office, or they took
The Punisher.
No, dude,
Punisher's okay. I liked it.
This F1, and I've gotten many tweets about it. People are watching it. It is amazing to the point where now I watch the Formula 1 race on Sunday at 6 a.m.
Wow. Interesting.
Yep.
All right. So the show is called Formula 1 on Netflix.
It's called Drive to Survive. If you just type in F1 on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, it'll pop up.
All right. Let me say good afternoon. Say it again, Brian.
I said F that. How about that?
No, F1. Yeah. All right, let me say good afternoon to our friend Gary Cooper, Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services, stopping by to visit and say hello. And we missed Gary last week because you know what the deal is, right? Like it's so busy out there. Properties are moving. Properties are being listed. People are trying to do deals. People are trying to set themselves up for the proper financing. So Gary Cooper, Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services, is a busy boy. But here he is today to stop by and visit. Gary, we've all talked a little bit here about what we were watching last night, sporting event-wise. Were you watching any sports last night?
I did. After my softball game, we went over to Tony's and off of Grand Escondido and watched the rest of the Padre game. Very disappointing, but hey, that's what was on.
All right, so you played in a softball game and then went and watched a baseball game.
Correct.
And
Saw
did you
the
say
last of it?
Did you say you were in Escondido on Grand?
Yeah. There's a new pizza place, Tony's.
Oh, dude,
Tony's Pepperoni or something.
You don't have to tell us. It's right next to the Grand Comedy Club, right?
Exactly. Across the street.
Right. Shout out to our man, Adam Wasserman, who owns the Grand Comedy Club and who's a longtime great friend and has brought stand-up comedy to North County, San Diego. So shout out to the Grand Comedy Club. How about that?
Been there. Good place.
Yeah, really good place. So we all were talking about TV series and shows that we're watching. Anything you would recommend for people?
I tell you what, one of my favorites of all time from HBO was, in fact, The Sopranos. I have them all recorded on my DVR, and also too the Game of Thrones. I'm rewatching that all over again. But those are my two favorites from HBO.
You'll have to excuse me though, Garrett.
The Outsider.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me though. You say you have all the Sopranos episodes on your DVR? Is that right?
Yep. And Game of Thrones too.
All on your DVR. I'm surprised by that. Just in today's day and age, I just figure who's got all their storage with Sopranos episodes when you could just as easily go to HBO on demand and pick up any Sopranos. I mean, you've got them stored in your DVR, huh?
Yeah, it's just habit. Of course, I can go on to Netflix and stuff, but it's habit. Hey, I'm still old school. Look at me. You know, I'm a little old school, the IT stuff here.
Oh, my God.
I'm showing my age.
That's hilarious. Alex, you're muted, just by the way. I hear you. I see your mouth moving. I just don't hear it.
When he said he had them all on the DVR, did we not all expect when he's like, yeah, I have them all? I thought he was going to say tapes. I
definitely thought he was going to say VHS. I literally did.
Well, you know, guys, I have the entire HBO series, Oz. Does anybody remember Oz, the prison show?
Yes.
That was one of my favorite shows. The guy who's on those commercials for Farmers Insurance, That guy was Vern Schillinger. He was like the white supremacist neo-Nazi in prison. I can't believe that he's been able to break away from that character to come be the Farmers Insurance guy. It just goes to show you how few people actually watched Oz back then. This is 20 plus years ago. I have every single episode of Oz on VHS tape. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. What is its value?
You have a VCR?
0.
No
I do
way.
have a VCR. I do. I don't have it plugged into anything, but I have a VCR that you can actually convert the VHS tape to a CD or a DVD. I still have a device like that. Now, I don't have any wires to connect it, and I don't have any TVs to connect it to, like old school boxy TVs and stuff. But yeah, I got one.
Well, Scotty, I can hook you up with that because I have the same component. I can transfer my VHSs to CDs. It's just one of those It's one of those time-consuming things I just don't have, but I still have it, and it's hooked up.
You know, it would be a great video, Scott, if you get your 14-year-old daughter, if you just hand her a VCR and VHS tapes, you're like, here, play this movie, and see what happens.
Put that on TikTok.
Yeah,
that's really funny. I should take my VHS/DVD converter thing. I should hook it up to my big screen TV. I should find like some old VHS tapes that are obviously pre-high def and put them in on this big, beautiful smart TV and see just how grainy and bad and low def it looks, dude.
There's this TikTok trend that I saw a while ago, and I might have talked about it on the show, where kids, there's like a cutoff where you like, if the four of us right now were like, hey, do the hand signal for phone, what do we all do? Like this, right?
Put my thumb, the hang 10 sign, and I put the thumb up to the ear.
Right.
Okay, that's the phone. Okay.
I don't know what age the cutoff is, but definitely 13 and below, kids go like this.
They put their
whole hand because they're used to a big phone. They don't do this.
Phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it used to be back in the day in the phones, the earpiece was up top and the mouthpiece was down below, and you held on to the handle in between. So this was the international sign for I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone right now. I'm on the phone. Yeah. I don't know if my 14-year-old daughter would know how to work a VHS recorder.
It would be a great video though.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Hey, Scotty, I got a question for you for your kids. Do they know how to mail something in the mail? In other words, fill out the return address and where it's going?
I'd say probably not for my first two kids, who are very sweet children. They're young adults, but they're not quite as bright as their younger two. The two younger ones, 17 and 14. They, even if they don't know, would be able to figure it out. The two older ones would be like, what is this? How do I do it? Like, here's another example. Do any of your children, Gary, your kids are a little bit older, right? In their 20s?
Correct. 21 and 25.
Do they know how to write a check?
No. And the reason why I brought it up, since we're talking about this, is Jake was in my office. He was, he did his tax return, and he didn't know how to fill up the envelope. I'm like, are you serious? You don't know the lines, send, address, zip code, none of that. And this is where you put the return. Hey, do you even know where you put the stamp? And then I come to find out my daughter was the same way. They go, why? We do everything on our phones electronically.
Right.
And I was just like, I was shocked. Because don't you remember we all took home economics, I think in the 8th or 9th grade. You had to learn how to write a check and do all that. Kids don't have a checkbook.
No. Hey, here's one for you. A friend of mine yesterday said to me, hey, have you received... This is great. Have you received the invitation to my daughter's wedding? You know, it wasn't like, hey, have you received the invitation to my wedding? Have you received the invitation for my daughter's wedding? Here's what I said. No, as a matter of fact, I have not. And he said, okay. All right. A few other people haven't received it as well. So I said to him, do you have my correct address? So he sends me back the address. You want to know what the address was? skaplan@san.rr.com. So that was an email address that I haven't used in legit 10 years. Okay. But when he said, have you received the invitation? I assumed that an invitation to a wedding comes via hard copy in the actual snail mail. And in fact, when I told him that's an email address I haven't used in 10 years, he said, well, what's your current email address? I wrote it back to him. He said, oh, that's the problem. And this morning I received the e-vitation, the evite to the wedding. So like, I thought an invitation to a wedding comes through snail mail, but what a waste of time and money, really, So anyway, all right. Well, since we're all talking about, older versus younger generations, Gary Cooper is here on a Tuesday afternoon. Gary, will you be celebrating 420 today?
You're going to have to tell me what 420 is.
That was exactly the answer I was expecting. 420 is the weed smokers holiday.
That's right. Yes. As soon as you told me that, yes. I don't know if I'll be celebrating that, but everything could go up in smoke. You never know.
You never know. So today is not only 420, but also today is Taco Tuesday. So you talk about an alignment of the universe today. I mean, Browner, I don't know what you're planning on doing. You can't go back to Rocky's for a burger. You'll never be allowed back in. What are you planning on doing today, Browner, for Taco Tuesday and 420? What are you going to do?
Well, sir, I'm going to enjoy the things that have been provided in this bag from our great friends at Toy Holistics. And I might walk up the street and give me a couple of tacos, celebrate the day.
Mm-hmm. Alex, other than your podcast, your Laker podcast, Taco Tuesday, will you be celebrating 420 / celebrating Taco Tuesday simultaneously?
I'm contemplating celebrating 420 Taco Tuesday and possibly a Padres game tonight.
Thinking about going to the game.
Thinking about heading up. Tickets are ridiculously cheap just to get in the door right now. So I know it's the Brewers and I know it's the sheriff or it's about to be deputy, but I'm thinking about doing all three. Thinking about taking the fiance and her brother and heading up the game.
Section 117.
Yeah, Browner loves 117. You won't have to worry about fights because there are no Brewers fans. Let me ask you something. How much are tickets right now? Because, again, Dodgers series this past weekend, Gary, I don't know if you caught a bunch of this Padres-Dodgers series. It was like playoff baseball, October baseball in April. We've never seen that here in San Diego before. But you go from the excitement of the Dodgers series into I'm going to call it boredom of the Brewers series. Alex, what is the difference between, let's say, like a Dodgers game on Friday night versus a Brewers game on Tuesday night?
It was cheaper yesterday to get in. Getting in the door costs you $25. That's the park at the park. If you want a seat, at the moment, the cheapest it looks like is $37, and that's like section 321.
Check 117.
117. Okay, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gary, you been to a Padre game yet?
No, I haven't been, but I watched the series with the Dodgers. I stayed up until midnight, and I saw so many opportunities for them to just put that dagger in, and they just couldn't do it. That was a tough one.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it really was.
Well,
There's too many opportunities.
It has been a frustrating start to the season. At the same time, it's been a very exciting start to the season. But the fact of the matter is that while Darvish has been, what you expected, and Blake Snell has, with the exception of one really short outing, and Joe Musgrove has far exceeded the expectations, because who would have ever thought that a local kid would come home and in only his second start pitch the first ever no-hitter over 8,200 games, over 50 years of history, and finally the first no-hitter. And from the time that no-hitter was thrown till it was like 2 days later, they already had a giant mural of him up at his high school. So, hey Gary, yeah. let me, Alex, are you telling me we got 2 minutes left here?
Yeah.
We've been talking about TV shows for this long, really?
Yes.
Wow. Hey, Gary, give us a quick update if you don't mind. Tell us what's going on out there in the real estate world. I mean, Alex is still trying to position himself to buy a place, but things are still tight. And by the way, it's not just here in Southern California. It seems like it's in a lot of different places around the country.
I'm having conversations with all kinds of people all over the place, all up and down California, Arizona, Utah. When I was skiing with my son for his birthday, everybody's talking on the same topic that, housing is really, really tough. On a good note, though, I'm seeing pricing rates come down a little bit. 30-year fixed conforming loan. I think last week we were talking about, what was it? I think 3 1/8, 3 1/4. Today you can get a 30-year fixed conforming loan at about 3%. And that's with no points, no gimmicks. You're not paying to buy down to get that advertised interest rate that we keep seeing and hearing. In fact, 2 great friends, listeners, had contacted me about a week and a half ago. And they were they were watching TV. They got their quotes. And one of the quotes was a 2.75, no points, no cost, blah, blah, blah. And so I said, well, that's fine. I go, it doesn't exist, but go ahead and go with it. And it turns out just the other day he contacted me, and now the bait and switch is starting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're creating their excuses as to they can't provide that program, but now they're starting to bait and switch them. So now he's calling me back to get updated pricing. So just be aware, there is that bait and switch. It's a very, the smoke and mirrors and shell games I always talk about, the so-called no point, no cost loans. Look, they don't exist. They never will. Okay, I'll go with you to the county recorder's office and stand there with you and see if the county recorder is really going to record that deed of trust for free, or the title company is going to give you a free title policy. The matter of fact is that those costs will always exist on every single loan. The difference is they just simply sell you a higher rate to earn that additional compensation known as yield spread premium and make the cost look at zero. That's why costs will vary from lender to lender, because they can manipulate it because of the margins that they build into the rates, or the fact that they're collecting in the yield spread premium.
You need an expert if you're trying to buy, sell, possibly refinance, position yourself to buy. This is the go-to guy. Gary Cooper, Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services, 858-376-1299, 858-376-1299. Coop, we got to hustle. We'll talk to you next week.
Take care. Great friends.
Great friends.
Great friends.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Catch Kaplan and Crew Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. If you've listened to Scott Kaplan the last 20 years, you know one thing. He likes to stir up some A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090. Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQ waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road and the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
The Olympic Games, where the eyes of the world will turn to Tokyo for the greatest show on earth. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Countdown to Tokyo every Tuesday on Your View. You'll get the latest news on preparations for the games, details about the sports involved, and in-depth insights into teams, athletes, and the host city. Don't miss Countdown to Tokyo, Tuesdays on Your View.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQ waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road and the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Sports in a Minute.
Today on Sports in a Minute, we're going to be taking a look at some track and field and swimming standouts. San Diego State Track and Field is in the top 10 in 4 events in the latest U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association event squad rankings. The Aztecs rank 5th in the 10,000 meter race, 6th in discus, 9th in pole vault, and 10th in the 400 meter hurdles. It's the perfect time of year to get out for a run, and it's also a great time to get out in the water and go for a swim. UC San Diego's Julie Arzave got out there last weekend and she secured herself a spot on the U.S. Open Water National Team. Arzave swam in the U.S. Open Water National Championships in Fort Myers Beach, Florida on Friday and Sunday. She placed 7th in the 10K, finishing in 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 27 seconds, and finished 5th in the 5K, securing her spot on the national team. I'm Haley Stasiak. That's your Sports in a Minute. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Rich Eisen here, inviting you to catch my show, The Rich Eisen Show, on our flagship radio station, the Mightier 1090. We're on every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You'll like what you hear. If not, that's just, I guess, too bad.
A new generation of radio. The all-new and Mightier 1090.
The Olympic Games, where the world's best athletes will compete on the most prestigious stage. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Guide to the Games every Tuesday on Your View. The series examines the qualification process, the history of the Games, and the teams and athletes that are expected to shine, plus information about the rules, events, and competitors. Don't miss Guide to the Games, Tuesdays on Your View.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our community boot camp. The boot camp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Burns Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit theburnsfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. City in Motion is brought to you by McDonald's. Stop by your local participating McDonald's now through April 25th and make a donation or visit walkforkids.org to support.
Hi, I'm Vince Bryson, CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Walk for Kids.
The little coronavirus pandemic will not stop our show because we are still going to walk for these kids.
You guys want to do the Walk for Kids virtually this year?
Yeah! Today is Walk for Kids, you guys, virtually, so we love it, love it, love it.
Let's get this walk started.
We are going to start, so I'm going to be walking around my backyard.
Doing the 5K walk.
We're here in front of the beautiful Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
So we are getting ready to do lap 3.
We're here to send our support.
I love the excitement. I love the energy. Let's keep it going.
If you want to know the reason why I'm walking, it's because I care about the kids and the families that stay at our house.
I walk for the Los Angeles Ronald McDonald House for kids like me, so they can have a place to call their home away from home.
To me, the Ronald McDonald House means love, care, hope, and support.
The families and children of RMHC need our help and support now more than ever. So thank you for joining our virtual walk and continuing to support our Ronald McDonald House even during these difficult times.
Thank you so much for coming together, for showing that we can unite and be together even though we're not at our respective locations.
Thank you for participating in this virtual walk.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your help and support, and stay well.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of SoCal gives families with sick kids the best medicine, each other. Stop by your local McDonald's today and make a donation or visit walkforkids.org to support. City in Motion, highlighting great things in our community like Ronald McDonald House Charities. Give families with sick kids the best medicine, each other. Kaplan Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play.
Whoa!
Okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables.
I'm gonna be sick.
To the left!
I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I.
A little help?
No pressure.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio, SoCal Sports Talk.